about parenting, what she did that she was really grateful that she did, and what she would take back. We also learned about how she's been opening her heart and the work she's been doing the last 5 years on healing herself, and so much more. So without further ado, here's part 2. Know what everybody's good at. Western medicine is really great at surgeries, acute situations, prescribing, and kind of those 911 moments. Healing, you gotta go over here, you gotta go over to the naturopath world, the functional medicine world, because they're taught to get to the root cause. Once you understand what's what, then you can navigate and operate. But until you know those facts, you're gonna be, turtle on your back being like, nobody's helping me.
Yeah, you
Right?
help yourself. Also, like, there's so many ancient practices in the approach to like real holistic healthcare and healing that we don't factor in Western society, and that is, I think, a huge piece of the puzzle. Like, even just the being able to work through your traumas that you've been through, and being able to work through the stuff that can turn into illness. Like, illness doesn't come out of nowhere. It's multiple factors that contribute to it, and if you can start to understand yourself a little bit more, start to unpack that, top of the chemical exposure, top of all that other stuff.
Yeah,
right?
It all goes hand in hand.
It all is part of the puzzle of you. And you can choose to be proactive, or you can just let things happen to you.
That's what we do here every single day. We're unpacking traumas, we're dealing with health, and I've gone on so many health journeys along the way. For someone who had them so young, how do you approach your health now? Have you had anything else pop up that you've had to deal with? And then how did you approach it with your kids?
It's interesting. Mental wellness has been a big focus for me. I would say over the last 5 years, I really have settled into not just am I, going after a goal and, achieving it, kind of like, I guess I would sort of be that bull in a china shop kind of thing, like whatever it took. I just had like a relentless focus and drive to get things done. But I didn't spend a lot of time like listening to my heart. I didn't spend a lot of time looking inward. And I didn't spend a lot of time in seeing, like, really listening to and seeing what type of energy I attract. It was really more of the projecting and like what I was doing.
That's big.
Yeah, and so some shaman kind of told me, she was like, this is like the masculine energy is the projection, and it's like quote unquote masculine. There's no real like sex oriented to it, but it's sort of like the masculine energy is the projection, and the receiving or the attraction is the feminine energy, and we need both. And if one is out of balance, you'll feel out of balance, and illness can creep in to force you to come back into balance, or a trauma or something will dramatically kind of shake your world up to force you to reassess and look at your balance of your projecting and your attracting. We're always in this fine line between what that is. And I found that...
My mistake.
I've never heard someone talk about that.
Oh, really?
No, that's interesting.
Yeah.
And it makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Especially for type A females too, right? We are projecting so much masculine, and I wonder if that isn't because of the times like we grew up in, where
it is.
We had to survive.
Yeah.
And then I've had to kind of find my way back to feminine these last few years.
Actually, it's because your masculine is out of balance. It's because you're so sensitive and you're so empathic in a way, and you feel so many things that then you put up this giant armor of projecting, and you just like slam through because it almost hurts too much to be in the receiving or attracting. because you're one of those people that your feminine is overdeveloped and your masculine has been underdeveloped. But when you can start to really stand in your power with confidence and not feel like you need to mow through people or things or circumstances, and you feel comfortable being vulnerable, you feel comfortable, standing in your power, right? And I was like, oh, because I always thought I was like a really masculine person, and because that's what I project.
Yep.
But that's just your defense.
So can you give me an example of what that looked like, and then how you were able to shift into that vulnerability?
Well, I think with parenting, I think I was really like black and white, and I was really like, here's your rules, here's the boundaries, here's the thing. Or with my husband, it was like task. Like we became like roommates.
My husband is gonna die when he listens to this.
Everything was like,
he calls it a honey-do list.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sick of the honey-do list.
Yeah, and it was always like being the CEO of
everything
all the time.
So
and then not spending maybe enough time with your heart, crying or holding or being,
just being,
or giggling or creating. Because if you think of like the greatest power we have as human beings is to create. We get to make things, whatever that is. You get to make this. You get to have an idea and create Heal Squad. Like that is like, what a gift. And what else you could create if you only spent time creating. And you didn't spend so much energy running tasks and projecting and hitting goals, but you just spent the time just like receiving, attracting, creating. Like, of course, you have to like wake up and do stuff, but it doesn't need to be like 90% of your energy. It could be, some days it's 50, some days it's 30, some days it's 90. Like, we're not robots. Like, AI is going to come in, AI is going to do a lot of the stuff, right?
Yeah.
And they're going to be very efficient. Then we're going to have to really lean into being human beings. What is it that we do?
I just got the chills all the way up and down my body.
Really?
Oh my God, that's the answer. Because I've been really starting to get scared of AI. But you're right.
Great.
They're going to do their thing. We got to do our thing.
And AI is actually, it's going to be a huge unlock because...
That just like made me well up. That's crazy.
Yeah. They get to do all the busy work.
So we can go back to being humans. Wait, maybe we'll go back to like a whole other time. Because we haven't been humans for so long.
I don't think we've been sitting in our truth for a really long time.
We've been robots.
We're not robots. We're not robots.
We're here to connect. I think we're here to create. I think we're here to dream. I think we're here to love, most importantly. And you can do that with masculine and feminine.
Oh my God, I just feel like I sat with a priest just now.
Priestess?
Like that's like
Yes.
you were just, I don't know, something just came right through you. That was very powerful. Wow. So maybe we look at this from a different perspective. Yeah.
Always.
Okay. Wow. So we're gonna have AI helping us. We're gonna go back to being humans. That means everything's gonna change.
I think we're gonna have to figure out. I think there's gonna be a reckoning with all the systems that don't serve our highest self and genuinely don't make us happy. Because think about all the shame, all of the heartache that we go through on a daily, and all of it is like attached to stories of our past. It's not even what's happening right now, right? It's because you have a story about how your day should go based off of the past stories of how your day should have gone, or projecting of how other people's lives seem to you.
Yep.
Right? But how hard is it just to live in this moment and take things at face value and appreciate like the magic of a flower blooming, or the magic of the wind, blowing through your hair at the perfect time, or the rainbow that just pops up in the sky, or the beautiful hummingbird that comes much magic in life and nature, or just like having a giggle fit with somebody and just being like, I haven't laughed like that in so long, and I'm just totally present in this moment. We need more of that. And I think that we're gonna get closer to that because I think we have to. We can't deal with this. I think the anger and the sadness and the destruction and the hatefulness, it's just so not what we're here for.
Mm-hmm.
We all have such a reaction to it. Children have such a reaction to it.
One Piece.
And then we desensitize ourselves to kind of survive this world built on all these things that from the beginning never felt right.
Yeah. Well, it's not our true nature to be hateful and to be angry.
And frustrated and sad.
And that's just how things have gotten. And like you said, we've been desensitized. And
usually that's like your body telling you this isn't right.
we don't have time to listen.
Or you and I grew up in a time where I was like, I know it's not right, but pain is how I'm taught that life is, and I just need to move through it, and I need to achieve anyway. Right? A lot of us women had to compromise on what felt right or didn't feel right because everything felt wrong.
So how do we get there? It sounds like you've done some work that's helped you balance out. I'm sure it's not an everyday perfection situation, but how does everybody get there?
I think that, look, we put a lot of energy on belief systems and religions, and I think if we can take the veil of that lie that there's one truth, then we can just open our eyes to the truth that if you all believe in something, whatever it is you might believe in, your God, your goddess, your creator, creatress, whatever it is you believe in, you have to believe that this unconditional love is so powerful. Your Buddha, your wherever your belief systems lie, that it's just so much bigger than this tiny group of people. And once you can think of like, oh, God shows up in so many different ways and touches and reaches so many different people, because that's how they process information, or that's how they're going to receive it. But actually it's everywhere, and it's in nature, and the earth and the moon and the sun. This is all energy. And ultimately, when you move on to out of this body and your spirit goes into its next phase, it's energy, right? And so if we can be more connected with the fact that we're energy, and that's kind of what I've been doing for the last 5 years, is connecting with like, what is the energy of my heart? What is the energy of my soul? And like, how does that